Welcome to AI ECG Interpretation System. Hi, I'm Dr. Sajjan Madapadi, Digital Health Consultant, and today we'll be discussing on how the AI and digitalization is transforming the way we are interpreting ECG. Okay, now why we have to move towards digitalization and with coupled with AI, right? So it's a huge benefit for doctors, clinics, hospitals, labs, or any health centers to digitalize their ECG. One, it's actually a demand from the patients that they want a digital report, and it's easy to save and retrieve at any point of time. That's one, digitalization. And coming to the AI part of interpretation, AI actually supports, I'm not telling it's replacing, it actually supports your interpretation, diagnosis, and also in the way we are structured this entire program on AI, that not only the AI gives you the power of helping you to interpret ECG, there is also a human intervention where the doctors, specialist doctors, also would validate the AI interpreted ECG for you to get to be confident in the reporting. Now let's dive into how digitalization, AI, and validation by an expert doctor of the ECG reports can enhance your patient care. So I'm very happy to inform you that Dr. Digital Hub, we have associated with Tricog platform to bring to you their wonderful product called as vCardia, which is now enhanced with artificial intelligence. Right, so we're going to discuss this in detail on how their product can benefit you in terms of taking your cardiac care of the patients to the next level. Right, so if you're looking into the way how they have been evolved, they're currently revolutionizing the cardiac health diagnosis management, and that's what you're going to discuss and see how it can enhance and help your practice and growing your practice. Before we go ahead and show you how digitalization AI is going to benefit you, let me build the credibility and trust. First thing let me want to show you is the certifications. They've gone through the pain of getting all the certifications what's required for their credibility, so that they have ISO certification, Central Drug Standard Control Organization certification. We have HIPAA compliance certification. So that's great to build the foundation on which there is a credibility already built. So what is the other credibility which you can look forward to? One, I could very happily say they have more than 6,000 plus doctors who are currently using the platform, and 1.5 crore ECGs has been diagnosed from the platform, and we have around 500,000 plus lives saved, and they can detect around 140 plus cardiac conditions. Right, so now let's look into the trust. So who already are using this platform to benefit in the cardiac care? So if you look at the list of the clients what they have, if I quote some of the names here, you could have heard of Fortis Hospital, we have Metropolis, Newburgh, Manipal Hospital, Kaveri Hospital, Sakra Hospital, and also government, Maharashtra government, Telangana government. Also they are collaborated with now Karnataka government. Even the government is also implementing their platform to enhance the cardiac care of the patients through digitalization and AI interpretation and the expert doctor validation of the ECG. Right, so I think this gives you a strong credibility which I have built. So now before we go ahead and understand again further, let me ask you a question. Okay, so the question is, do your clinic or hospital center has a ECG machine? Right, so if your answer is no, then yes, great. If you don't have, because now you can directly implement the Tricog ECG machine, which has powers of all the digitalization AI and the expert interpretation. Right, but if you already have an ECG machine in your setup, then you don't have to worry, because they also have a solution which is an universal communicator which actually connects to your existing ECG machine, and it will help you to get the reporting done through their platform. Right, for both there is a solution through Tricog currently. Okay, so let's dive in and understand that. So what I said, so there are two products currently. They have ECG Machine, which will give you the AI reporting and all the digitalization and all the things. And also if you don't have that, then we have something called as universal communicator, which is going to help you to get all this done in a very structured way. Okay, so let's get into AI reporting flow. All right, first understand the flow, then we'll understand the benefits. Okay, so AI reporting flow. The first thing is, of course, there is a patient who comes to your hospital who wants to get an ECG done. So he's there, and you put all the codes to the person and click the button start. Right, once you start the ECG, right, so first it gets to the machine starts working, or if you already have ECG machine, then it's get connected to the tricogs communicator. That's a universal communicator which can be connected, and once that is there, the ECG gets digitalized, enters the cloud. Now the ECG is interpreted by an AI. So within 6 seconds you're going to get a tricog ECG interpreted report. The best part of this, if there is an MI or in any critical case, you get a call or an alert in your mobile phone app. If there is any critical ECG which has been looked into, it goes to the doctor, right, in the tricog center, and the tricog doctor does an ECG interpretation and provides a report. If it is seen as a critical or ST elevated MI, that's STEMI, you get a call from the team, and also you get an STEMI alarm on your phone. Right, so this is how it is. The report what is created by the doctor is also comes with tricog assured diagnosis. If you are a lab and if you want a signature of the doctor for the verification of the report, then yes, they also provide a doctor signed report verifying the diagnosis of interpretation of ECG. So that's the entire flow what we just discussed. So this is what they call as a double layer accuracy, where the AI does the first interpretation, following which the doctor validates interpretation and provides you the report. Right, so that's what is the flow of, as a general, of the tricog process of AI reporting. Now if I look into the entire process, how long does the reporting from the doctor takes, right? From the ECG, from the AI, it takes within 6 seconds. So if you will receive the doctor ECG interpreted report through mobile app or email within just 10 minutes for the critical ECG, and with around 15 to 20 minutes for normal ECG. This is the process, and this is how quickly they can respond to the report with a valid interpretation. Right, so with that, let's move ahead. So if you look into the ECG reporting options, so there are 3 options what they provide. One is digitalization of ECG, that is just the report, and there is an AI ECG interpretation and the doctor interpreted report. Okay, let me show you how the reporting happens with this entire system. Right, so the first thing is digitalized ECG, where you can see the ECG has been taken, but there is no interpretation of ECG. It's just digitalization of ECG. That is first type of an ECG, where you don't get the interpretation. As a doctor, you are expected to do the interpretation, and you are good at interpretation, so that you don't want the ECG interpretation, you do it yourself. Right, the second type is AI report, where you get the ECG interpretation there, and along with the seal of AI report from the tricog. Okay, and the third report is doctor interpretation report, where you will get the report by the AI also, and followed by an validation and interpretation by the doctor from tricog is also given, and that's why this type of report is called as double layered accuracy, where the AI and the human intervention, that is from the doctors of tricog, are going to give an interpretation of the report. Okay, so that's what is it of type of reports. Now let's look into the unique features of vCardia ECG. Right, so it's a 12 lead ECG machine, and it's portable, very convenient because it's a very sleek and small ECG machine. So you also have a integration with the smartphone. It also allows you to do a wireless printing, so no external power source is required. You can have an effortless data transfer to WhatsApp, to email, so whichever platform you want to share, you can just share with a click of a button the entire ECG report, because it's entirely connected to your mobile phone. right? And also it has a small keyboard which you can use to type and do some of the activities. So if you remember, beginning we have two questions. One is, do you have ECG machine, right? So now if the answer is no, you can take up vCardia as the ECG machine for your center and take the benefits out of it. So let's look into the flow of if you have a ECG machine. The first thing is, of course, you're going to take an ECG, put the cords, click the button to start. Once their ECG machine is there, and once the ECG is taken, it gets into the cloud. It gets digitalized because you're gonna get the digital report there, and the digital report is now interpreted by AI, and you got an AI ECG interpreted report, which will have a C of AI interpretation by the TriCog. If there is any critical or ST elevated MI, then you get a call or an notification or alarm from the team of TriCog, right? So that's for every critical case of ECG, you are gonna get an call, okay, and notification from your app. So that's great. So now from there, that is actually once the AI ECG report is done, now it goes to the doctor, and doctor does the TriCog doctor does the interpretation of ECG report, and the report is generated, and that is where you start getting the call or the alert. Okay. So right, so that is actually certified, that is TriCog assured diagnosis is what the seal comes in the ECG report, or if at all if you want an seal and a signature from the doctor for validating the report, yes, that's also available. And this entire process is what we call it as double layered accuracy, that is AI plus human. Now let me show you what is the offer, how can you benefit. So what is TriCog offering? The step one is what we looked at the ECG machine. Next we looked into the access to the digital report. So this is one process. So if you just want ECG machine and digital report and don't want the interpretation, there's something called as basic plan, where you just get the ECG and the digitalization of the report and no interpretation, right? That's the one plan. Second, if you want AI reporting, and along with that, every ECG, if there is a critical ECG, you're gonna get an 24/7 a call or an STEMI alert in your mobile phone, and that is called as advanced plan, where you get the AI ECG interpretation with the reporting of by AI and also an alert or a call from the team, right? So that's the second option what you can get into the how you can get the ECG reporting. And the third one is the doctor ECG interpretation of the report, where it's called as ultimate plan, where the doctor does the entire interpretation of the report, and it comes with the seal of a TriCard issued, and also if you want, you can opt for the name and the signature of the doctor on your reporting, right? So this is the entire way of how the offer is provided for doctors, hospital and clinics, right? Now let's look into the pricing of this. So if you have a basic, that is you just want ECG machine and access to digital reports, the cost is 49,999, which is inclusive of GST. That's the final price. And if you look into advanced ECG where you want AI, then it is 74,999. If you want the ultimate plan where the doctor gives the interpretation, then it costs you 49,999. But along with that, you need to do a recharge, that is a prepaid plan, where you are upon that you have to add prepaid plan for only in the ultimate plan, where you can get a pay per report by the TriCog doctor. Okay, so every report which you take is reported by the doctor there, and for each report you're gonna pay, but you can take it as a recharge mobile. How do you do the mobile phone recharge? The same way, you can just recharge the packages, and 100 ECG package or 500 ECG package, and it keeps taking up, and you get the report from the doctor of TriCog. Okay, it doesn't stop there. So the best part of it is you get 5 user licenses. That means 5 people can log into the mobile app, different 5 people, and use it and see the reports. Okay, along with they're gonna give a 5-year warranty. And because you are currently looking into this video and getting more information, and as we are partnered with TriCog, I'll be able to give you an 1,000 rupees gift coupon if you're looking to purchase the machine. Okay, right. So let's go ahead and understand something more interesting, because That's where the wonderful part. So the question is, Tricog Doctor ECG reporting is not available for the basic and for the advanced plan. That's correct, because that's only basic is only reporting, no interpretation. In advanced plan is AI interpretation. Currently, you're not able to get doctor interpretation in basic and advanced plan, right? So this is not available, but don't worry, we have a wonderful option for you. They have provided where the basic and advanced plan also can get doctor's interpretation, and that's called as selective tricog doctor ECG reporting. That is, selective reports can be reported. Don't worry. So if you go for basic and advanced plan also, you can get doctors reporting the validation of report. Okay, but what is the pricing for it? It's very simple. The pricing is, you just do a prepaid recharge of the number of ECG you want for a year, right? You can just do an 50 ECG, 100 ECG, 1000 ECG, whatever the number you are expecting. So basically they charge pay per report by Tricog Doctor, and that's it. It's very simple. You just pay per report, but do a bundle recharge, and once it gets over, recharge it again, and it goes for a year, right? So that's very simple. You can do that, and that's giving you all the feature of Tricog Machine, right? Because the entire intention of this entire process is you to be confident in reporting the ECG, and if there is a critical case, take it to the next level and save the life of the people. And that's where they are very generous in providing all this option in different ways of how you can take the advantage of. Okay, so now if you look into the Amazon, I just took it 2 snaps from Amazon. You have that the basic machine is 49,000, the advanced is 74,999. So all these rates are already there in the Amazon. You can buy through online process, but because we have partnered with the Dr. has partnered with Tricog, we are able to give you a 1,000 rupees gift voucher, right? If you fill the form below and take it. But more than that, we have spoke to the Tricog, and they're going to provide the demo of the ECG machine wherever you are in India at your clinic and hospital, right? They'll come to your clinic and to your hospital to give a demo. So we just click the link below to get the free demo at your place. Okay, whichever part of the India you are in, don't worry. If you just fill the form below, and you will be able to get 2 things. One, you get a 1,000 rupees free gift voucher from our side, which you can use when you purchase a Tricog machine. And also you don't have to right away purchase, you just have to book a demo. The team will call to you, and they will come to your place, give you a demo. If at all, if you're satisfied, then you go ahead with that. So isn't that great? Wonderful. So don't worry, just click the link below, just try it out, see how it works. I'm very sure that it will impress you, blow your mind off, the way it works and all the features which you see hands on. Okay, so yes, that's what is it. So now let's move ahead to understand, if you already have an ECG machine, so why do you want to get into that? So if you already have any ECG machine, BPL, G, all the messages what is there in the market, then don't worry. They have a product called as TR400, which is an universal communicator, which will actually connect with your existing ECG machine, and it's a very compact device, which is a universal communicator TR400. Now let's look at how the reporting happens in TR400 AI ECG reporting flow. Okay, so first of all, you have a ECG machine, all of yours. Now they are connecting the communicator to that. Okay, the flow, this is how it goes. The first thing is, you have a ECG machine, we connect the communicator to your ECG machine, and once the communicator is connected, ECG is taken. It is first enters the cloud, and it gets primary level of diagnosis done by the AI. The AI ECG interpretation happens, and then it gets moved on to the doctor, who will do the ECG interpretation. Okay, and with the report you get the Tricog issued, and also the signature if at all required, if your lab in those scenarios. And if there is a critical case, or if there is an MI case, you are gonna get a call from the team of Tricog 24/7, or an STEMI alert in your mobile app. All these ECGs are saved and digitally accessible on your app. on a mobile app or on the desktop or the computer app, you'll be able to access all the reports of all the patients and is stored there itself. So digitalization is taken care of. So in this entire process, you still get a double-layered accuracy that AI plus human expert. The only thing is that if you're going for a universal communicator, you will not be able to see the AI generated report. It's actually done in the back end and it goes to the doctor and then only it comes to you. For this, you need to go for a recharge, right? So basically, I'll give you the costing further. So there is TR400 integration with ECG Machine. What all machines? There are many machines, right? Some of the already validated and already tested machines are GE, Philips, Mindray, Fukuda, Schiller, and BPL, then Edan. So all these are ECG machines which are already compatible. If it is some names which are not present here, then any ECG device which has XML data output and FTP transfer can work. Okay, don't worry, this is very technical. So if you already have ECG machine and if you want to know, just fill the form below and the team will call you back and you can discuss and they'll come and check your machine and if it is compatible and if they can do, they will do the integration. All right, so you don't have to worry. It's called as universal communicator. Okay. Right, so we have the TR400, which is a universal communicator. It works with Wi-Fi and 4G. Okay, and the best part is it doesn't require battery. It directly connects and starts working with your existing ECG machine. So let's look at the pricing. Basically, they're not selling this, so you need to take it as a rental price. It ranges from 500 to 700 based on the number of ECG. If you have more ECG, the cost is less. If you have less number of ECGs, the cost would be a little more, right? Depends on that, the rental pricing. So I cannot give you a number there. So it's a range between 500 to 700 is the range. And the next is, yes, the doctor interpretation is same as the ultimate in the vCardia machine, where you just have to do a prepaid recharge and pay per report by the tracker doctor is what is it. You just pay per the report. So again, the cost varies. It varies on an average around 100 rupees. And if you have more number of ECG reporting happening, then the cost can be decreased, right? It all depends on how many ECG reports are you going to generate in a month. So that's what is it. Let's go ahead. So either you get an ECG machine from them, the vCardia, and digitalize with AI or with the validation from the doctor itself. That's where you can go if you don't have a machine. If you already have a machine, you can work out with the communicator, universal communicator, to connect to your existing machine with their technology and get the benefit of the entire digitalization and also the artificial intelligence what they have created, right? The best part is because we have partnered and associated with the Tricog, I'm able to give you a 1,000 rupees gift voucher, and just click the link below and fill the form to get a demo at your place. Okay, so that's the benefit what we're gonna give. So you don't have to worry at all. Only if you like and if the features fits your practice, you can go ahead and enhance your patient care and your practice. Okay, so with that, thank you so much for your time. The further product demo of the vCardia machine, you can just go through it. So here I would end my entire discussion, and thank you so much for being till here, and I wish all the best for you with your ECG journey in terms of digitalization and artificial intelligence, and also a remote support from specialized doctors from Tricog. All the best, and I'll see you in the further videos. Thank you.
The moment a doctor takes a patient's ECG, the information is sent to our centrally located hub, where a qualified expert is available 24/7. So every time an ECG is performed with Tricog's cloud-connected ECG device, a Tricog specialist interprets it. Tricog enables instant and accurate ECG diagnosis and makes clinics friendlier for heart patients. Instant diagnosis helps increase the chances of a safe recovery by 6 times. It reduces the time between diagnoses to treatment by half. Tricog also saves patient records, which can come in handy for future diagnosis.